A robbery, chase, and capture caught on tape in Pasco County. The victim, a 10-year-old boy raising money for medical research. Tonight, News Edge reporter Kristen Wright shows us how it all unfolded.
The South American Liver Foundation.
It started innocently enough. 10-year-old Joseph Salvatore and his sister helping their uncle raise money. In 10 days, Uncle Charlie sets out on a 5,600-mile scooter ride from Zephyr Hills to Alaska.
My mom's fiance passed away June 12th of liver failure, and he was going to take my mom and her best friend to Sterling, Alaska, because he has friends up there.
As Charlie Salvatore shared the details of his fundraiser, a young man appeared on a bike.
He had money in his hand, and I thought he was gonna go and put it in the jar, and he asked me how my grandpa died, and then he jacked the money and took off.
Through the parking lot of Wal-Mart, Charlie and a witness gave chase.
I slammed my truck into reverse, kind of to intimidate the guy, and the guy slowed down, gave him enough time to come up and grab him, and took him to the ground.
The bike bandit didn't get very far.
No! You think you can outrun a scooter? You really think that can happen? You're on a bike.
25-year-old John Marica was arrested, not for the first time. He had this to say on his way to jail.
Hey man, I'm sorry man. Everybody's in hard times, but there's always other ways, to get money, and you don't have to steal from a 10-year-old kid,
I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack, and I wanted to jump, but I didn't.
Charlie got back the $250 and then some. He says it's all for the American Liver Foundation in memory of his dear friend, Richard Cooper. Charlie plans to spread his ashes in Alaska once he finally gets there.
It's going to take a minimum of 25 days, but I'm giving myself 3 months.
In Port Richey, Kristen Wright, Fox 13 News.
Charlie is going to go for 2 Guinness Book of World Records, longest distance on a scooter in 1 day and longest distance total. If you'd like to make a donation, you can log into myfoxtampabay.com and click on Seen on TV.
There's an old saying. I don't care if you can't move. I don't care if you can't breathe. Hey, buddy, you better not lose. He stole money from the American Liver Foundation. Back up. All right.
Raising money shouldn't be this much of a challenge. Charles Salvatore was busy giving an interview on his efforts to raise money and awareness of liver disease. He plans on riding a scooter from Zephyr Hills to Alaska.
Suddenly, I seen the guy walking towards my nephew with some change, and he was on his bike. And then I look at you, and all of a sudden I hear Uncle Charlie.
The chase was on. Salvatore needed some help to catch the robber.
Start my scooter up and chase him down. I get around the corner, he fell. He grabs his bike and the money, and I hit him with the scooter. And then he fell down, grabbed the money and ran. I dropped the scooter, ran after him. I slammed my truck into reverse, kind of to intimidate the guy, and the guy slowed down, gave him enough time to come up and grab him, and took him to the ground.
No, you're not going to move, because I'm not moving.
Why'd you take that money, man?
From a 10-year-old kid you stole money from.
The police eventually arrived and took control of the suspect and the situation.
I had a bad feeling about you when I saw you, too. Oh, yeah, I just got a bad feeling about you. I knew it.
Onlookers were impressed. Salvatore used the goodwill to continue to raise money.
Is he hurt?
I don't know. I don't care.
In the end, he got his money back, and the mission to raise awareness for liver disease is back on.
Everybody's in hard times, but there's always other ways, to get money, and you don't have to steal from a 10-year-old kid,
Try this again. Tell me what happened back there.
Well, I was doing an interview with you guys, and all of a sudden I seen the guy walking towards my nephew with some change, and he was on his bike. And then I look at you, and all of a sudden I hear Uncle Charlie, and I look over, and he's like, he stole the money, I see him riding on the bike. So I start my scooter up and chase him down. I get around the corner, he fell. He grabs his bike and the money, and I hit him with the scooter. And then he fell down, grabbed the money and ran. I dropped the scooter, ran after him. And this guy right here, he backed his truck up, almost hit him with a truck to try stopping him, and I ran around, grabbed him, slammed him to the ground, and just held him in a chokehold until the cops got here.
What do you think of him?
I mean, everybody's in hard times, but there's always other ways, to get money, and you don't have to steal from a 10-year-old kid, And we're doing this for a good cause to raise money for the American Liver Foundation, and it's not a way to go. I'm a big Christian, and there's charities to help people like that. But I mean, it's what it is, human nature. But it's something he shouldn't do. I mean, he's going to go to jail. I'm definitely going to press charges. Just keep him off the streets. It's my 10-year-old nephew. The guy could have hurt him. And but I was nice enough. I didn't hit him. I just slammed him to the ground and held him there. I mean, normal people probably would have started punching him or something, but I was kind of, I'm a kind person, so I didn't want to hurt him too bad. So I still have feelings, even though he stole from me. He's still human. So
Maybe just apologize.
Yeah.
Accept that?
I do accept the apology, but he's just going to go back and do it again unless he gets help. I heard him say that he's bipolar and all this stuff. So I mean, it doesn't give you an excuse to steal. So I guess it's whatever. But appreciate you guys catching the camera.
What happened? You were just standing there and then what happened?
He had money in his hand, and I thought he was gonna go and put it in the jar, and he asked me how my grandpa died, and then he jacked the money and took off.
And then what?
And I ran back, and then my uncle took off on a scooter and chased him.
How did it make you feel when you grabbed that?
So I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack, and I wanted to jump, but I didn't.
Now, you just told me something a second ago before I started taping. You've done what? Now this?
Oh, I got lost in the rapids. Now this.
All right. Feel better now, though?
Yes.
Well, what do you think of that guy? What kind of a guy would do that to a 10-year-old?
A criminal and a fake and I don't know.
Alright.
A very bad man, and he's a stealer. If I knew he was gonna do this, I would have kicked him.